All right, let's dive into an idea that takes a word we all know from the business world and kind of flips it on its head. We're talking about retention, but probably not in the way you're used to thinking about it. We're going to explore why real, lasting retention is actually an inside job.
So let me ask you something. When you hear that word retention, what's the very first thing that pops into your head? I'm guessing for a lot of us, it's something external, right? Something you can measure on a chart.
Yeah, you're probably thinking about things like customer retention or keeping clients happy, maybe employee turnover. And hey, you're not wrong. That's the classic definition for sure. But today we're going to look way deeper than that.
Because here's the big idea. The twist we're exploring today, real, sustainable retention, it actually starts inside you. It's less about a number on a spreadsheet and so much more about a personal practice.
Okay, so what does that actually mean? Well, it's the quiet, consistent work of holding on to the things that keep you grounded, especially when the world around you is speeding up and changing like crazy. It's all about protecting your core.
So, how do we do that? How do we put this into practice? Well, it starts with the very first pillar of this whole framework, and that's learning to retain your focus. And this breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have the chaos of just reacting to all the noise, every single opportunity, every notification, every next step pulling you in a million different directions. But on the other side, that's where the power is, responding only to what truly matters. And listen, this isn't about saying no to everything. It's about having the clarity and the confidence to give a strategic yes to the things that really align with who you are. You know, that idea of focus leads us perfectly into our second pillar, which is absolutely crucial, retaining your standards.
We've all been there, right? When life gets fast, it is so tempting to just let things slide, to sacrifice quality just to keep pace. But that's like building a house on sand. The alternative isn't about being a perfectionist, it's about alignment. It means your standards aren't just a set of rules, they're a reflection of your values. They give you structure and stability, no matter how fast you're moving. This, this just hits the nail on the head. You can't build something that lasts on a foundation of pure chaos. It just doesn't work. Real growth, sustainable growth, only happens when you scale consistency. It's such a powerful reminder to build strong systems, not just in your work, but for yourself too. All right, pillar number 3. This one's about something we all go through, the tough times. It's all about how we process those difficult experiences. It's about retaining your lessons. Okay, so check out this distinction, the difference between weight and wisdom. Every single hard season, every failure, can leave you with baggage, right? That's the weight. But real confidence is the ability to sift through all of that, to find the valuable insight, the wisdom, and then leave the heavy, unproductive emotional stuff behind. That's how you turn a struggle into genuine clarity. And that brings us to our fourth and final pillar, which honestly might be the most important of all. It's about your internal compass. It's about retaining your voice. You know, the more you grow, the louder the world gets. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has advice. Everyone has an expectation for you. And it is so easy to lose your own signal in all that static. But retaining your voice, that means holding on tight to your anchor. It means remembering who you were at your core before the world started trying to tell you who you should be. That voice, that's what keeps you from drifting. So let's just put it all together. It's a pretty simple but really powerful 4-step discipline. Retain your focus, retain your standards, retain your lessons, and ultimately retain your voice. See how they all connect and build on each other? It's a really solid internal structure. When you boil it all down, this is what internal retention is all about. It's the active, ongoing discipline of choosing. Choosing what to keep because it makes you stronger, and choosing to release what doesn't. And this is the so what, right? This is why it all matters. Think about the most genuinely confident people you know. It's not just that they're moving forward and getting things done. Their real strength comes from their alignment. They're moving ahead while staying true to their focus, their standards, their lessons, and their voice. I want to leave you with this one last powerful thought. We usually think of confidence as this fleeting emotion, something that comes and goes. But what if we reframed that? What if confidence isn't a feeling you have to wait for, but a statement you choose to make with your actions? So the question I'll leave you with is this. By practicing this idea of internal retention, by protecting what truly matters to you,
What statement are you going to make?
Everything we've covered in this explainer was based on the really insightful article, Retention is an Inside Job from the Confidence Collection. Thanks so much for tuning in.